Rule number 1, all formulas start with an equal sign. So I'm going to go ahead and click on a blank cell, and I'll type in the equal sign, and I'll type in 34 plus 98. So if we take a closer look at that, the formula says equals 34 plus 98. I'm going to go ahead and hit the enter key. Now you can see how the result of the formula shows up in the actual cell, and the formula shows up in the formula bar over here, as we can see. Let's try a subtraction. So I'll type in equals 98 minus 43. Again, we'll take a closer look. And it says equals 98 minus 43. Notice how I always start with the equal sign, and there's not going to be any spaces in your formulas in most cases. When I hit the enter key, it's going to do the math for me. So rule number 1, all formulas start with an equal sign. Now let's take a look at rule number 2. After you type in the equal sign, you can either type in the number you want, or you can click on the cell on the spreadsheet that contains the number. So let's try that out. I'm going to try to add those two numbers together. So I'll say equals 132 plus 55. And that'll certainly work. When I hit the enter key, you can see it's going to do the math for me. And of course, when I click on that cell, the formula is up here in the formula bar. But here's a better way. I'm going to type in the equal sign. And instead of typing in the number 132, I'm going to click on the cell that contains the 132 right there, which happens to be cell C2. And I'll type in the plus sign. And then I'll click on the cell that contains the 55, which happens to be cell C3. So now the formula says equals C2 plus C3, which means use the numbers in those cells. When I hit the enter key, I'm still going to get the 187. But here's the difference. That formula is pointing to those cells. So if those cells change, the formula will recalculate. So in other words, I'm going to come over here and I'll type in 63. Now when I do that, this number right there is going to stay constant because those numbers are hard-coded. This number down here should recalculate. And you can see that it did.